All right, we're on.
Yeah, it's exciting. First live video.
Hey guys, hopefully my hair doesn't get in my way. It's this new hairstyle, so pain. Hey guys, it's Jami and Zeb here. We are live in our dining room. So we've banished all 5 children down to the basement. So hopefully they're 6 because Lily's over here. Hopefully they're quiet. But if you hear any yelling and screaming or kids running up, then you know what's going on.
Watch out for that.
Sorry. So we decided that we were going to answer some of your questions. We get asked a lot of questions about our business and our personal life and kind of how things run around here. So we've got 6 questions that we got from people that watch us. But if you have any questions, hey ALL from Europe, if you have any questions, be sure to ask them below and we will try to answer as many as possible. So the first question is, how much paint does it take to paint a table plus 6 chairs?
If you're using the Fairy Chalk Mother paint, typically depends on what color, but even in a white color, about 2 quarts would cover it.
Yeah, dude, that's a pretty boring question to start off with.
Yeah.
All right. What's it like to work with your spouse? How's it?
I love it. I quit my corporate job so that I could be with her all
Your
day,
corporate job
every
selling
day.
tires? Is that
Hey,
corporate?
I could have been in corporate.
I like working with Zeb. I did furniture long before Zeb did, and before that I did mortgages for like 10 years, and I kind of felt like it was kind of boring. So I much prefer.
How long were we married? About 2 weeks, 3 weeks, when you went to Goodwill and got a couch and tore it apart in our apartment living room with my mom?
See, we got married. That was my birthday weekend. So yeah, it was less than a month because we got married August 17th. And then by September 8th, when I was like 18 years old, I tore apart my very first couch. So that was fun. And then I've been painting furniture ever since. Actually, I was like 13 when I first started painting. Me and my girlfriend Helen decided that we were bored and we redid her whole bedroom, which was fine, except for we took her parents' wrought iron patio furniture and we spray painted it silver.
Yeah, the silver is super popular back in the 80s. Well, you would have been the 90s by then.
90s? I'm not that old! Anyways, it was really, really fun. So I enjoy working with Zeb. There's a lot of butt slapping that goes on around.
Hey, keep it PG.
There's a lot of butt slapping that happens a lot. Sometimes we argue, but I feel like if you can't work with your spouse, how are you going to spend the rest of your life with somebody? So it works pretty good. Where do I get my clothing? I get asked this a lot. So I'm not super into style, but I have a few go-to sources. Brown Paper Boutique is one of my absolute favorites. They're on Facebook and Instagram. Southern Style Boutique, they're a place on Facebook that I buy from. I don't go to a lot of physical stores because I don't have time. So that and like anything I can find at Walmart while I'm there. If Home Depot sold clothes, I'd probably have a whole Home Depot wardrobe.
They got those aprons. You could wear an orange apron all over the place.
I have a Home Depot apron. I've also bought hand cream at Home Depot. How lame is that? And I also buy flowers at Home Depot.
Yeah. The last ones were big sunflowers that kind of stunk a little bit. They weren't good smelling.
If you get a birthday present from my kids, chances are it came from Hobby Lobby because that's where I buy all my fabric and my knobs. So I'm there a lot. So yeah, that's basically it. Does anybody have any questions? I see 12 people are watching, but nobody's asking questions. I'll go down our list. Can you use a small air compressor to spray chalk paint? So, yes?
Yeah, we used a little...
It was 8 gallons.
Well, before that, we were using a little pot sprayer that I think was...
Hello from Spain, Pepe. Me habla un poco de español.
But yeah, a little pot sprayer that was like 2.5. I don't even know if it was 5 gallons, but that's how we started spraying paint. And it maxed out at like 90 PSI.
It died after like a year and a half because we spray a lot.
Yeah, you would have to wait. You would spray a little bit and then wait, and then spray a little bit and then wait. And it didn't always make for the best finishes when we were spraying polyurethane, but it did work. It got the job done.
Now we have what, 50 gallon?
Yeah, now we've got a 50 gallon compressor that will spray continuously. And it does really well. We can use multiple lines off of that.
You're going long.
Sorry, they asked me a technical question, but you asked me one.
The question is, yes, you can use a small air compressor. You want at least 8 gallons. Ours was one that you add oil to, and I don't think we really ever added oil. So yeah, that's probably why it died.
Yeah.
So A lot of us ask, are we self-taught? I'm pretty sure Zeb has a degree from YouTube University.
I spend a lot of time watching YouTube figuring out how to do stuff. So that's kind of why we do what we do. Once we figure it out, we like to show people what we're doing.
Yeah, I kind of pay it forward for all the information we have. So for me, like I said, I started at 13. I started painting stuff. I used every paint known to mankind and just kind of worked my way up and found a style that I like. I actually really like brushing with a paintbrush. It's not very fast, and not everybody likes brush strokes, so I don't do that a lot.
But you can do it inside in the winter.
Yeah. So if you come to our house in the wintertime, you will find furniture all over our house and drop cloths because I paint everywhere. And that's kind of why I like milk paint, because milk paint is awesome with a brush. It actually, when it goes on pretty smooth, you can't see the brush strokes.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell. It's no VOC, so I like to use that.
Oh, you missed Raquel. Hi, Raquel.
Hi, Raquel. Anybody have any questions for us about DIY or furniture finishing? Anybody?
Bueller. Hey, there you go.
Can you use chalk paint in more artistic applications? So chalk paint is a mineral-based gesso style paint, so you can use chalk paint for almost anything. Yeah, so you can use it for almost anything. Texas Magnolia Home said, oh, where did that question go?
It's right there.
I don't have a question, but just wanted to say y'all's daughter's bed is cute. Yeah, it's fun. She is kind of the envy of all the neighborhood, and anybody that sees it is kind of like, she's pretty spoiled.
We don't show it to a lot of people because then they want me to build one, and I'm not really set up to build
Ain't nobody
stuff
got
in
time
people's
for
houses.
that. Ain't nobody got time to build that bed. It took him months because he was working full time back then.
Yeah, I think it took, 3 months to complete it, and the inside's not done, but we showed you the pretty part.
Yeah, we do get asked a lot, like, do all of our kids have really fancy rooms? You guys have seen Jack's room, but hi, LL, yes, the bed, I like it too, and hi from Fort Worth. Hey, how's it going, Andrea? Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, the other kids' bedrooms, they're kind of cute, but mostly they're dirty. I also get asked all the time if my house is always cutesy and clean all the time. The truth of the matter is, this square right here is the only clean part of my house right now.
There's some dishes in the sink.
Yesterday, Eliza's room was clean because we were shooting in there. And if we're going to do a bedroom thing, then I clean my bedroom. Sometimes it takes me hours to clean, so I'm ready for, home tours.
Well, and we also run our business out of our house, and the office is kind of in our bedroom, so it gets, when we're shipping things, we get a ton of boxes all over. We have boxes in the basement that cover the whole wall.
Yeah, we should probably share that. Let us know if you guys want to see the mountain of boxes. So we have an online store. It's JamiRayVintage.com, and I have an assistant, and she runs all my technical stuff. And I asked her to order me boxes, and she thought she was ordering one box, but she was ordering packs of 10. So instead of ordering 40 boxes, she ordered 400 boxes.
Yeah, we have.
And for 3 days, we came home and there were boxes showing up on our doorstep. And it finally stopped. So we can take them back to the post office, but we haven't had time. So they're just down in the basement.
Hi, Jean. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even see that on there. Okay, does anybody else have any more questions? Because this is, just us talking. We're happy to answer any questions about furniture. Oh, I get asked a lot about upholstery. So if you've ever watched any of my upholstery videos, you always see the haters on there, and they're like, you don't know what you're doing. The truth is that I just taught myself and figured out the easiest way to do it. It may not be the correct way from Upholstery University, but for the average Joe, it works, and it's so much less expensive than paying somebody hundreds of dollars to cover something. And I have kind of a unique farmhouse style, so it's not like I can go buy a chair at my local furniture store if I want grain sack on it. So, what's my opinion on chalk spray paint? I have never used it. Have you used it?
We've been using the chalk paint from Fairy Chalk Mother for so long. We've not ventured into chalk spray paint.
We spray it through our spray gun, but spray chalk paint.
You're talking in the aerosol can,
yeah, rattle
right?
can.
Okay.
So I belong to a bunch of way more than him. He belongs to weird groups on Facebook.
I don't follow the social media unless it involves.
Well, you belong to groups about building dumb stuff.
And Star Wars.
And Star Wars. So I am on lots of groups with people that paint furniture, and I have heard some pretty good things about the spray chalk paint. It's not quite the same or as durable as your standard furniture chalk paint, but it's great for small projects. So if you want to just chalk paint a lamp or a picture frame wherever, spray chalk paint is a good option. It's going to give you a nice smooth finish. As with all chalk paints, you want to probably go ahead and seal that, but you could get a spray polyacrylic and and seal it with that. So spray chalk paint would work for that. But I definitely wouldn't paint a dresser. It would take a lot of cans, and you would risk getting streaky. Never dumb, Zeb. Aw. He has a different. I'm into farmhouse and chippy and decorating and flowers and things like that.
If I had my druthers, the whole house would be covered in huge leather furniture and like wall panels, wood wall panels, you know, like an old school library. That's why I don't decorate the house.
Yeah. So his Pinterest board, if you ever want to swag, Jacob, if you ever want to follow him on Pinterest, it's Ray Wire. Is it Ray Wire?
Yeah, it's Ray Wire. Build. No, I don't know. I don't even know if I have a Pinterest.
It's probably just under Zeb Ray.
Instagram.
On Pinterest. If you ever go on Zeb Ray on Pinterest, you'll see all the things he pins like mechs and Star Wars stuff. And then if you go on my boards on Pinterest, it's all food, because I have a food blog that I've started. I'm not super religious about it, but I just try to motivate you to cook.
I have a whole board dedicated to what to build for Jamie.
Yeah, he does. And then I also have everything farmhouse. Obviously, that's what I like. A lot of people ask me, how come I distress everything? Here's the honest truth that you're only going to find out on YouTube Live. Getting a perfect finish is hard, but if you distress it, it hides any imperfections. Now, the thing about distressing, though, is some people think that you can just do whatever, or they go like in a pattern and it looks like a cheetah. It needs to kind of look unbalanced and uneven, so it looks chippy and worn with time. So that's kind of important when you're trying to cover up mistakes and fix it with your distress. Also, make sure that it doesn't look like a pattern. Zeb has a hard time with that.
I can't do the random distress at all. That's why I always am like, hey.
Oh, and hey, Fat Boy Tunes. That's my nephew Ben. He's pretty cute. Yeah, so Zeb's not random. Have we ever done countertops?
Not like
No.
Are you talking like paint a countertop, or are you talking like a wood countertop, almost like a cutting board style? Because we haven't really.
We haven't done
ventured
either.
into
So
that.
why are you asking that?
But I know how to do it. I could answer the question.
I haven't done any countertops, but like I said, I follow a bunch of groups. I know a bunch of people that have. They hold up for a couple of years and then they start chipping over time. So that's something to keep in mind. But if you have ugly countertops and you just want something to last until you can afford better countertops, you can buy some of those kits at Home Depot and it'll last you a good year or two. Just follow the directions that are on there. I think it'd be fun to like do some cement countertops, or I've always wanted like wood.
Our eventual goal is to get an old turn of the century home and refinish that. So if we start making it big on YouTube or something, tell all your friends.
Tell your friends to watch us.
We'll do a whole series of how to restore a farmhouse or whatever. But that's down the road. That's dreams for now.
For now, we rent from Zeb's cousin, so we're kind of limited to
You're
what we
awesome,
can do.
Callie.
Yeah, we love you, Callie, but we want to paint the kitchen cabinets. Who thinks Callie should let us paint the kitchen cabinets?
Yeah.
Anybody? All right, so I think this is going kind of long, and everybody has asked their questions. Any last questions before we kick off of here? Anybody?
This was our first experiment. We'll do more if you guys want to, but as always, we're trying to get more ideas to see what you guys want to watch, because we've got tons of stuff that we want to build and do, but that's not always what everybody wants to see. And so if you have ideas, shoot them our way. We'll try to do a video on it.
All right, guys. That's it. We got furniture to paint, and it's raining outside, which is perfect. Hi, Kirsten from England.
Kieran.
I can't read that. I'm old.
It's too small.
Kieran. It's too small for me. Hey, how's it going? All right, well, we're going to sign out and get some things going. Oops. Can you do a live DIY project in the future?
Yeah, we probably could do that. What did you have in mind? What do you want to see?
Hey, Janine. What do you want to see us do live? Anybody before we click out? Texas Magnolia, what do you want to see us do? Keep it clean.
It's always interesting to watch us do stuff live, because one of these days I'll probably do a blooper reel on our back and forth off camera.
Only because I say dumb stuff.
She has great ideas that I often try to veto.
I do this a lot when I make a mistake. Or I say things I probably shouldn't say on camera. As far as live goes, the problem with live is that I'm always covered in paint. In fact, I think I got it all out, but I had a bunch of white paint in my hair the other day because I painted with it down. I'm still getting used to this whole short hair thing. And yeah, so I paint from head to toe. How to handle sanding a table but not sanding too much too far.
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's a good one. That would be a good DIY, just to just give you a little keep in mind when you're sanding a table, use higher grit sandpaper, and and anyways, people keep asking questions, I'm getting distracted. Use a higher grit, like use a 220 to start off with, so that way you're not going down too far, and if that's taking too long, then you go down lower numbers, like do 100 grit or whatever. But the higher the number grit sandpaper, the more you're going to take off faster, and that can cause problems, especially with veneer. So sometimes it's like a little veneer and then MDF, you don't want to go too far. And then Texas Magnolia Home said candles or corbels.
Yeah, candlesticks or corbels. I have a tutorial on my channel, my Raywire channel, which is small and not very well produced.
On how to build corbels?
Yeah, on how to build corbels. And the corbels aren't great. So
we'll
redo one and put one up on Jami's. We could even do that live if you wanted to. I'll get the shop clean eventually. But also candlesticks, you kind of gotta have a lathe for that. But I would love to do a live demonstration on how to do candlesticks. I think down at Harbor.
It's loud. Who wants to watch that?
Well, at Harbor Freight, they sell a little hobby like bench one that you can, like a bench lathe that would handle most candlesticks. I think it's like $150, something like that, if you wanted to get started. So maybe we'll do a video on that, because that's not that expensive for a tool, and it's a lot of fun.
Somebody asked if poly was way better than waxing. So here's the deal. I waxed furniture for a long, long time. And then I started selling furniture like professionally and started selling more. I like polyacrylic because I feel like it holds up better and it's easier to clean. But wax is nice if you get like a scratch in it. Sometimes you can just buff it out with wax. I have arthritis in my hands, so I don't have the like physical capability of waxing all my pieces the way they need to be done. So wax is great if you're just doing like a dresser or something that's not going to get a lot of use, but like dining tables, nightstands, coffee tables, anything that are going to have like liquid or food on them on a regular basis, I suggest like polyacrylic or lacquer to keep them.
Yeah, and we do, like, there's colored waxes and things like that.
But colored waxes are not finished waxes. They're just decorative.
we poly over that. We do the polyurethane over the top of those, so you can still, the polyurethane is a nice, it's essentially liquid plastic.
If you use polyurethane, it's going to yellow.
If you're using white.
Water-based. Yeah, you can use polyurethane over stain and you're fine. But if you're using any kind of paint, you don't want to use polyacrylic. It's going to yellow. Be kind of yucky.
We love the polyacrylic. It doesn't yellow.
I put about 8 coats on a dining table. 8 coats.
That thing should last forever. Good job. Very dedicated. We usually stick about 5 on there.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, it should, I mean, it says 30 days on the can. So
okay, this is what we tell people. You can use your table after a week, no heavy scrubbing for a month. If you live in an area where there's a lot of moisture and it's damp, you may want to wait just a little bit longer because that can mess with curing times, but you can definitely use it after a week. Just be cautious. One of the things to keep in mind with all your finishes, don't let anything liquid sit on it for a long time. We had a lady like have heavy peaches and they exploded out of a bowl and she just left the bowl sitting for a week and then she peeled up the bowl and the finish came up. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, it was
don't use magic erasers unless you have to. Just like regular soap and water cleanup is pretty good. But yeah, after 30 days, it's pretty tough.
Magic erasers are abrasive. They're like essentially 1,000 grit sandpaper.
It's not like I've never used them. Jack colors all over the place.
Yeah, we still have toddlers at the house, so magic erasers are a thing.
And teenagers. Pray for me. All right, so I guess that's it. If you guys have any more questions, you can always PM me on Facebook. That's a great way to get a hold of me. I'm happy to answer your questions anytime. In fact, I get PMs all day, every day from people, so I'm happy to do that. And we will catch you next time we go live. Talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.